Sunday, the 9th of March, we see the moon in Cancer forming a sextile with Uranus and Taurus. As the moon moves towards Leo, it's then going to move into void of course, where it's going to form a trine with Neptune in void of course. Once the moon moves into Leo later on today, we're going to see it forming an opposition with Pluto in Aquarius. The moon is the illumination of ourself. It is the representation of our inner aspect of being. It is our intuition, our emotional self, and the ways that we perceive our being, the self that only we know. While in Cancer, the moon has been looking at the aspects of our emotional waters, the ways that we protect ourselves, the ways that we are vulnerable, and the ways that we are within our home, within our being, within our physical homes, and within our relationships. Cancer is the cardinal water sign, so the sign of initiating emotional wellness, and is the ruling zodiac sign of the moon. Therefore, the moon is its most powerful as it moves through the transit of Cancer. Today, we see the moon getting ready to move into Leo, forming this sextile with Uranus in Taurus. Uranus is the planet of cosmic consciousness and revolutionary change. It represents our freedom, our ability to do our own things, our individuality and uniqueness, and the rebellion to be ourself. It is thinking and doing things outside the box, and it is known as the planet that shakes things up as it brings the unexpected into view and leads to drastic change. While in Taurus, Uranus has been asking us to ground in our inner being, asking us to be ourself in all of our authenticity and to learn how we are ever changing, to accept those aspects of change in our life as change is the only constant that we are going to see through our journey. Taurus is the second sign of the zodiac and the fixed earth sign. It is about bringing things into being, fixing things into being, bringing those routines and nourishing ourselves in our growth as we plant seeds of abundance. It is the mothering bull. It is this energy of plowing forward, but from a place of love, a place of groundedness within ourselves. As Uranus has been transiting through Taurus, it has been about asking us to ground in our changing self and giving us the freedom to be our unique individual, to see our individuality as a power, and teaching us to be authentic with ourselves and to understand that as we learn and grow, we are able to change and adjust who we are, and that it is okay to change. This sextile between the moon in Cancer and Uranus in Taurus is really allowing us to bring these two planetary bodies together and align in our inner uniqueness, enabling us to find a home in whom we are, connecting this watery energy of Cancer with this grounded, earthy energy of Taurus, and allowing us to really ground in our being, ground in our emotions, and bringing the two together to allow us to find this emotional integrity that enables us to be strong in ourselves and be strong in the changes that we are taking forward. This is going to allow us to adjust to the things that we learned yesterday as the moon was in alignment with Mars and connecting with Venus in retrograde and connecting with the planet Saturn. These changes yesterday allowed us to align our actions with our feelings and to come from this place of structure and unconditional love. So moving forward today, we're seeing this supportive sextile aspect that allows us to change the ways that we are nurturing ourselves, change the ways that we are growing within our being, within our home, and enabling us to ground those things in our existence. Really asking us to see how we have changed and to see how these changes are going to be illuminated within our inner self. And once we understand them within our inner self, we're able to expand them out into our outer being. Integrating these processes, integrating these aspects of ourself to enable us to move forward. And as we move forward in our inner self today, as the moon moves on its journey around us, it is going to come into void of course. Now, void of course is when a planet is sitting in between the two zodiac signs. It is uninfluenced by these two different zodiac signs, and really it is standing in its own power. Right now, Neptune is standing in void of course, and it will be oscillating in void of course and back into Pisces until it journeys into Aries on March 30th, where it will stay in Aries for a little bit before moving back into Pisces to wrap up its cycle, and it will move into Aries to stay and transit through Aries in 2026. So Neptune is getting ready to really shift our visions, shift our dreams, and to end these cycles and open up these new beginnings. Pisces, as the last sign of the zodiac, is all about wrapping things up and finding balance in our cycles. It is about seeing the darkness in the light and the light in the darkness, and enabling us to see how our endings bring us to new beginnings. Aries, as the first sign of the zodiac, is all about the power of I am, the power of new beginnings. So the shift of Neptune, the planet of dreams and illusions, from the end of the zodiac to the beginning of the zodiac, is really going to have profound effects on all of us. As an outer planet, it is a transpersonal planet, a collective planet. It moves slower and has more impact on us as a world and a society. It is a generational influence rather than a personal one. This means that it is going to affect us as a whole. So really, we're looking at the illusions and delusions that we are holding as a society, the truths and untruths that we are seeing around us, and the knowledge and understanding that our beliefs are what influence what we see as true and what we see as false, allowing us to see how expansion and understanding and education is truly important in us being able to see things from different perspectives. So this trine aspect, this connection of planetary energies that is harmonious, is really going to allow us to connect to this dreamy energy of Neptune. Now, our dreams are extremely powerful and what push us forward on our journey. Our dreams are what allow us to envision where we want to go. However, our dreams can also be what hold us back. If we are unwilling to take the active steps towards our dreams, or we don't believe that our dreams are going to come into reality, then we block ourselves from moving forward. Sometimes we will cling to dreams that we have outgrown, or dreams that are not our own, that are societal aspects, that are societal norms. And by clinging to these dreams that are not our own, we block ourselves from stepping into this energy, this power of moving forward on our journey. So Neptune is really about removing those clouds, those illusions that hide the dreams and goals that we are working towards. So this trine aspect, this connection of the moon in void of course and Neptune in void of course, is bringing these two planetary energies together in their raw power. So bringing our inner self into connection with our dreams, with the ways we see things, with our beliefs, with our ability to shift our beliefs, and really asking us, are your beliefs and your dreams your own? Do they align with who you are, who you really are within? Are you emotionally invested in your dreams? Are you too emotionally invested in your dreams? How can you bring these energies together to work in balance? How can you look at the visions that you hold and the goals that you want to move towards and see where you're going to bring them into your inner being? For what is within will reflect without. Therefore, you need to really draw your dreams within, see how you're going to work through them, and take those initial steps forward to enable those dreams to come to you in your outer world. So this beautiful trine aspect between the moon and Neptune is connecting you back into your dream world, connecting you back into your beliefs, and really asking you to get behind the things you believe and take those steps towards the goals and dreams that you are working forward towards. As the moon moves into Leo, it is going to create this opposition with Pluto in Aquarius. Oppositions are working with axes in the zodiac. All zodiac signs have an opposite, and those opposites have both good and bad aspects to themselves that allow us to see things as they are, really allowing us to bring two different forms of energy together and enabling us to work with kind of a similar theme between these two aspects of the zodiac. Here we see this connection between fire energy, Leo, and air energy, Aquarius. Elemental relationships go in two ways. We have fire and air, which is flowing, and we have earth and water, which is grounding. So right now we're seeing a flow between these two zodiac signs, between these two planetary bodies. Leo is the fixed fire sign. So it is about fixing our desires, fixing our actions, fixing our movements forward in ourself. It is connected to our heart space. It is connected to our ability to be courageous and brave and to turn up for ourselves. It is the sign of personal pleasure and creativity. So it is that ability to bring things into creation from our heart space, from our being, from our desires. Aquarius is the fixed air sign. So it is about fixing our wisdom, our mind, our ideas in our being. Aquarius is the sign of hopes and ideals on a larger scale. It's seeing the bigger picture of everything. It is this energy of bringing all the things that we have learned into collaboration, into this vessel that pours our waters of knowledge out into the world, and the ability to share the things that we have learned. So this axis between Leo and Aquarius is connecting our personal actions, our ability to create from this desire, create and take those actions from our heart space with the wisdom that we hold within, allowing us to work between our mind and our actions. Now, oppositions are when the energies meet face on. We stand in the middle of these energies. We are the bridge between these energies. So we're seeing the moon, our inner self, in this courageous, powerful, heartfelt energy, opposing Pluto, the planet of death and rebirth, the planet of cycles, the planet of transformation on a larger scale. So really allowing us to connect to our inner self and the cycles that we are working through, enabling us to rebirth ourselves in this energy of desire, this energy of action, this energy of our heart, allowing us to connect our heartfelt inner self with the cycles around us of change and renewal, the cycles of knowledge and wisdom that are coming forward, really enabling us to connect to the changing waters that we stand in and bring it into this heartfelt place, enabling us to be the bridge between our inner self and the world around us, the knowledge around us, how we can share our creative energies with the world around us, and how we can tap into this eternal wisdom, these eternal cycles of death and rebirth, and the ability to really confront the things that are getting in our way. Oppositions are about confronting energy because those energies are coming at each other at a head. And if we are unable to look at both those energies, we're going to have this tension, this confrontation. Yet we can bridge these energies. We can find a way to bring them both into being and to understand them to allow us to really have this powerful connection. Axes are powerful connections. Right before we have the full moon in Virgo, connecting our north and south node, working on the axis of our eclipse cycle this year, we're really seeing this bridging energy that we are stepping into. Having this first opposition with the moon, with Pluto, is really setting us up for the changes and cycles that we're going to work through, but in a way that is very wise, in a way that is very collaborative with other people. Aquarius is about bringing things together. It is bringing all the sides and aspects of the wisdom that the universe holds and allowing us to pour that into ourselves, into the ways that we turn up and create, into the ways that we love and give, and into the ways that we bravely turn up from our inner selves. Having this opposition falling right after this connection with Uranus in Taurus, this connection of our grounded, changing self, and this connection of our dreams is really enabling us to shift into our next cycle, opening us up for the eclipse cycle to come, opening us up for the changes that are going to happen as we move into this Virgo Pisces connection, this grounded digestion of whom we are that we are bringing forward into our next cycles, into this next year and a half where we're working on this different eclipse axis. So this opposition today is really opening us up to the ways that we can rebirth ourselves, the ways that we can water our knowledge into our actions, into our desires, into the pathways that we are turning up, and really to get behind these things on an inner level that allows us to manifest things out into being. You need to be behind yourself and be courageous to take those actions in order for you to end the cycles that you are working through or to renew the cycles that you are working through, to make the changes that need to happen for you to be able to collaborate and move forward. These energies are really opening you up, preparing you for the changes to come, and getting you ready to see that the changes that you are working through are really aligning you with your heart space. They're really bringing you into this abundance of being and allowing you to move forward with the changes that you need that are going to align you with the dreams that you're going to bring into being as Neptune shifts between these zodiac signs, enabling you to see that your dreams can change, and that by taking the actions that you know within you are right, following your heart, is going to allow you to share your wisdom, share your knowledge, and to continue to adjust the way that you are acting and creating and keeping things fresh and flowing. This flowing of energy today, allowing us to confront any obstacles that might stand in our way from us being able to rebirth ourselves and to continue to change and grow, to continue to change and bring our dreams into being.